John wanted to start out with some announcements. He's got a lot of good stuff cooking here. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, just a couple of quick things. We talked, I think it was last week, talked about putting everything in writing, the buy sell here club that I kind of talked about, because we do have people after the fact. I'm working on that. It's a little bit more detailed than I thought, but we are going to have that where you can post properties and what you want to buy and what you want to sell. It'll be at no cost to you. A little bit more deeper than setting it up, but I'm going to go ahead and take care of the cost for it and set that up. In the meantime, if you can send me an email if you want to know a bit more about it. We're going to hopefully I'll have it where you can post this by next week. Okay, that's my plan. If I was the technical guy, I'd stay up and do it, but I'm not. So anyway, and the reason I do want to explain a little bit more, because the reason, I realize this, and some people have suggested we can take the transcripts and the things down here and post those up. But here's the way we look at it. First of all, it takes a lot of time to do this extra stuff. And as you know, we're volunteers, which I don't have any problem volunteering for it. But the other thing is, I don't really want to put your personal information up there. I know people put it in the chat and they want to share it. But the way I look at it, it's just like going to a lunch or going to one of our live meetings. If you stand up and tell your phone number and what you have and want, we're not going to post that on our website. And I'm not going to write that down and give it to everybody on an email. So that's totally up to you. And that's one of the advantages of being here live too. But we are going to have it to where if you do want to have information to put out there, it's going to be buysellhere.club, not .com, but that's going to be here soon. You can go there now, but it doesn't go anywhere. But I'm going to have that on the web. My plan is for next week, so keep that in mind, and that's something you will have. Other thing, just a couple more quick things. I have right now there is a 3-day a 3-day real estate investment summit that started today. It's at no cost. You can watch the replays all day long for 24 hours each day. That's a friend of mine, Jennifer Hammond. She put this on. She did one last year. You might know her from Sirius XM radio. She did a real estate show for 12 or 13 years, something like that. She put this together. It's got a lot of superstar as far as presenters on there, and then some others that really aren't necessarily in real estate. She does have like Jack Canfield from the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. She's got Linda DeMarler, Lauren Michaels Harris, Meryl Chandler, Zoe Abbott, and there's just a ton more really good information. Doesn't cost anything. I'll put it's yay.fm. It's yay.fm. And I'll put that in the chat for you. All you have to do is click onto that. I'll be on there too, but I'm not pushing me because I'm not selling nothing or doing nothing, but I'm one of the lesser known people. But one thing I am going to do too is next Wednesday, and I'm not necessarily going to send this out to this group, but I have my own, but I am going to do a no cost wholesaling quick start program again. We did that once last year. It was real popular. I got a lot of people asking me about that. So if you do, you can look me up and get some more information on there, but I am going to do one next Wednesday. It's at no cost. There's nothing else to buy because it's for a lot of people that get in. A lot of people want to get in right now, and a lot of new people have time to sit home. I know we have people asking, about our haves and wants all the time, and a lot of people just need a little bit more help. So that's why I'm doing that. As far as our group, we have some great meetings coming up next month. We do have Dan Bryan. He hasn't done this in a few years, but he's going to tell us how to hold our property in trust, which I think is just really invaluable. It's a way to really separate yourself. LLCs are good. But trust just takes everything to a new level. So you want to be sure to watch your inbox to get the information on that. Dan is one of the most knowledgeable people in the area and probably in the country on trust and how to hold your property. He's also a very valued member of our STLREIA community group. So you be sure to tune in that. And the other one we're going to have is another one of our vendors, Rob Fishbein, He's going to from JM Capital. He's going to also be start the early session at our main event coming up here in a couple of weeks, and he's going to talk about the current conditions of funding. And he's got some really good stuff that he's going to talk about. So be sure to watch your inbox, and like I say, always check your spam and your bulk, because a lot of things, for whatever reason, the way the algorithms work, they do go there. So that's about all I really got to say. So thank you for giving me a minute there, Boyd.
No, that's good. Yeah, that it is. I just want to mention the date. That is on the 16th of May. I say May, March. You said next month, and I was going to tell you it's already next month, and then I pushed out another. The 16th of March, our normal third Tuesday session. We're trying to still keep on our regular live time frame. It's on the 16th, the third Tuesday, and okay. And we also had, yeah, John didn't mention that it's on our website and Meetup, and you should be getting an email on it too. If you didn't get it in on the Equity Trust, one of those presentations on the self-directed IRAs, they're doing another one of those for us on the 13th. It's a week from tomorrow, a week from this Saturday. So you can find the link to that on our website, STLREIA.com, or on Meetup, STLREIA Meetup. Okay, well, let's get going on haves and wants. I don't know how everybody's doing this week. I know I'm having a good week. I got my first dose of the Moderna vaccine out here in St. Charles County. They're finally firing up the, what am I in? The 1B tier 2, I guess I am, over 65. So without any particular other conditions here, over 65. Although I've got a few other conditions, but I don't need to go into that. Anyway, anybody got anything to start out? Anything real estate related? They want to sell, looking to buy something? Real estate, either property or services that you can offer to our members, or services you're looking for.
Yeah, I got one, Lloyd.
Yeah, David, go ahead.
We just closed on a house that we renovated last week, $2,000 over our original calculated price with it. So that's always good to see that the market's still ticking along good.
Yeah.
Of course, as you know, Lloyd, all my houses have sold in 7 days.
Yeah.
Or at list or higher for 10 years anyway, but it's still nice that that's still taking place. I got another house that I'm putting up on the market probably in about 3 weeks. And I'm actually kind of looking for somebody on that, because I didn't get those cabinets painted. And man, I tell you, everybody, you guys gave me some suggestions, and a lot of these guys are really, booked out for a long time, or really expensive. So if anybody's got a good cabinet painter, I mean, I think in the future, I'm just going to replace the cabinets, okay? Because, you'd think that painting them would be easier than I thought with it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I am looking for someone in the cities, 63118, 63116, who can do carpenter work. I got 3 houses that I'm rehabbing in the city, Tower Grove area. And so if you know a contractor that can do what I call carpenter work, framing, maybe pretty heavy stuff like putting stairs in, a stairwell, that's pretty heavy duty work, kind of thing. So, what I call not quite, a structural guy, but, a carpenter type person. So, if you could call me or put something out here on the chat box or something, I'll try to write it down real quick. But call me at 636-685-2990. So call David Randolph at 636-685-2990 for a carpenter. I guess one last thing for me, if I could plug my short sale workshop, I'm doing one tomorrow again. I've been doing them actually almost monthly, and they sold out every month for like 7 months with it. So if anybody knows about me doing short sales and have been wanting to get in on the workshop, I have 2 openings for tomorrow, all day short sale workshop. You can text or call me on that number, and I can, get you some kind of information and stuff like that, and everything. But there's a lot of short sales out there, and it's just kind of crazy with it and stuff. So anyway, give me a call about that carpenter.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Pam put a note out there for refinishing cabinets. You can see that 314-565-2272.
I actually put that out there. She did a good job for us. That was a while back.
Oh, I see. Okay, Pam Liston is her name. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, John. Yeah, I see. I was your.
Yeah, if you happen to remember the band Mama's Pride, her husband is one of the Liston brothers from that band from many, many years ago. So just to throw that out there, he does cabinets now and he's really good at it. So.
Okay. Good. Okay, anybody else got anything?
Hi, this is Jay. We have a house in the 63112 area code. This is a fixer-upper. We're asking $30K for it. ARV is 150 to 200. If anyone's interested. And we wanted to know, are there any? We're moving back to St. Louis. What are the hot zip codes for like buy and holds? Is it still Tower Grove or Florissant area?
Anybody got any comments that, I know it sounds like Dave's doing some work in the Tower Grove area, and he's usually looking for hot spots that are got growth. Anybody else got any comments on that? I myself am not.
Tower Grove is very good, but I have concerns about other areas where I'm seeing some of the trends slipping.
Where is it slipping?
Down by the State Streets, south of Cherokee. I'm seeing a lot of areas that were very nice. People just tearing the stuff up. The crime is picking up. They've got the cameras up, portable cameras. They're moving around trying to stop the crime and the drug in the areas.
And that's south of Cherokee?
Yes.
What about Florissant? Does anybody know much about the Florissant area?
No. Anybody got properties in Florissant? I mean, as far as I know, it's still pretty good. Pretty good area.
I agree.
You're okay. I haven't heard any, bad things about Florissant.
It all depends on how much money he wants to spend and what kind of return he's looking for. It's a really vague question he put out there.
Right. I just wanted to know, was it still viable place to have investment property? That's all. I wanted a vague answer, I guess.
I think up in the
Okay.
Florissant area, you have a lot of older people that are getting close to retiring that aren't liking the trends they're seeing in their neighborhoods. And a lot of my clients on the heating cooling side of the business are looking to move and sometimes sell, because they don't like what they're seeing as far as the progress in their neighborhoods in some cases.
Got it. Like the crime is going up?
Crime's going up. They're looking at a lot of the businesses going remote, or because of the pandemic, the businesses that have closed up that way. So the higher earning jobs, the people are looking to go west towards St. Charles is what I'm seeing.
St. Charles, okay.
But then again, you're talking about a higher investment, better return on your money. And obviously that court system is willing to put people out that don't pay because they don't want the problems out there.
That's in St. Charles?
That is correct.
Yeah, St. Charles has always been an up and coming area for quite a while, but yeah, it's hard to find reasonable properties.
Reasonable, okay.
Yeah. O'Fallon is also good. It's a great area for buy and hold, but you're going to invest now for future appreciation.
Got it. O'Fallon,
Yeah.
Illinois, right?
No,
Missouri.
okay, O'Fallon, Missouri. There's one on both sides of the river. They're both about the same distance from the river, I think.
Okay, O'Fallon,
But
Missouri.
no, so
Okay.
that's all part of St. Charles County. Yeah, I'm an investor in St. Charles County myself, and I don't invest for cash flow here. It's strictly long-term appreciation.
Yeah.
Good appreciation here.
I have a lot of
Got it.
property in the city, and I have stuff in the county, but any future investments, I would be looking at St. Charles County myself personally. I'm
Now,
not looking
stay
at
in
the
the
city
city.
anymore.
We don't need any more competition out here, Harry. Dave is enough competition for me, so.
Yeah.
Where are your properties at in the city? Where are your properties at in the city?
Just all over. I'm not looking to sell anything, but I just don't care for a lot of the things that I see and just the political structure in the city as well, but that's nothing we can control.
Yeah, hey Lloyd,
Right.
don't complain. I raised the price of Banbury in the subdivision. That really helped your
Yeah.
house on
No, I
Banbury.
didn't care about that one. Yeah, he bought a house and or one of his students bought a house and renovated it right across the street from one of my rentals. So, yeah, they sold it for way more than I paid for mine. I was envious with the price he paid for his when he bought it, but when he sold it, it raised the price of mine. So, I guess, yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
paid 110 and sold it for like 280. So I that is a problem when you do short sales and you buy them for 110. People get like, oh, terrible, terrible. But then when you fix it up and then you go up, they don't understand it's a short sale, so we get them super duper cheap. But yeah, then they're real happy when you're fixing it up and you sell it for like 282 or something like that and put 40 in it.
Yeah, the only thing about that one was I looked at that house and when I saw it was empty, I said, yeah, I guess I got a call about that. I got to contact the owner about that one, but I never did follow up on it. Dave did, and he got the deal. So anyway, moving on. Anybody else got anything you want? Let's see, we got anything in the chat here? Okay, yeah, Dave left his.
Hey there. This is
Hey,
hi. My name's Cipriano Medina. The only the I have is I'm an architect. So if anyone ever needs an architect, but the reason I'm calling is I'm looking for I put an offer on a house and I'm looking for a home inspector. I called Post to Pillar, I believe, and I didn't know if there were other suggestions out there for a home inspection. The house is 1 story, a ranch, just under 1,000 square feet. And my thought was an inspection would be around 300 to 400, but with the inspection plus a sewer line review, it seems like it's a little high for such a small house. So I guess my question is, are there any other suggestions? And 2, is there a tier for the size of a house? So should a small house be a few $100 and then a 2-story house be like $600, or is it just a flat fee for any inspection?
no, I know the inspector that I use, I believe, he usually asks me what I'm paying for it when I'm buying it, and he bases his fee. I think he's got some ranges on the fee of the sale price. I don't have his number here. I saw Jim Choik shaking his head. You got the number of your inspector that you can refer
No, but what
to?
about Pete? Is Pete still around?
As far as I know, he is. Yeah, we got one of our members.
I just don't have his number handy though.
Yeah.
Okay.
If,
Well, if anyone has it, you can either text it or email me. My number is 314-504-4809. And my email is cipriano.medina@gmail.com. It's kind of a long.
yeah, I think I'll text you when I get. I'll look up Pete's number and I'll give you my inspector too. I haven't used Pete yet, but I got one I've used for the last several years, and it seems to be pretty good. I tried having him come to our meeting one time. I asked him to, because we're always looking for. That's one of our normal topics we have is have inspectors come talk, but he's still busy. He wasn't interested in coming to talk to our group.
Well, yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's a guy that'll scope it for $89 called Scope King. And he's actually got a billboard out there on 370 right now.
Okay.
Scope King? Okay.
Yeah, I use him all the time.
Okay.
It looks like John put Pete's number on the chat for you.
Oh, okay.
I'll screenshot that. Yeah, in my search, it seems like there are a lot of add-ons for home inspection, and it's hard to decipher which is the one to go with. So I appreciate your help. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me share something with you. I get calls to a lot of people and I see these inspection reports and they're looking at price. Just try to remember you get what you pay for. And then for the time it takes to do the inspection for $300, as an example, is it worth your time to even go out there and do all the work to check everything? Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's stuck with what's missed. And that's the advice that I would offer you on the price point.
Good point. Yeah, I wanted a competent inspector. So I want to trust the inspector. So I don't mind about the price. I didn't know if, I just had questions about it. So
Yeah. Hey, another one, Pete is good, but I've also used a guy named Wes Veilhard on it, Wes, WES, and his phone number is 314-952-7007. I'll put that in the chat box here if you can screenshot that on your phone with it. Pete's good, but I have a couple people that I use.
I'd say
Who is
whoever
the
you use, if
national
possible,
director?
go with them and follow them around during the inspection. And a good inspector won't mind that, and you'll learn a lot about the house.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I always do that. If I'm paying for an inspection, I'll make sure I get my money's worth.
another thing is, what about thermal cameras? Is that a thing nowadays where they? The reason I'm concerned is I bought a house a while back that, I would have loved to see a thermal camera just checking for moisture and things like that. Is that a typical feature that inspectors provide, or is that something that's not used?
I'm sure that would be an add-on. I've never had it done. Anybody have any experience with that?
We use them in the mechanical industry, but again, I'm going back to everybody wants cheap. And my business this last year, I should almost change the title to, if it's messed up, we could fix it. But depending on the type of questions that are asking, a lot of people won't even bother entertaining it, going out to your house because they're so busy, the good people. And you're talking about a big investment on a house. And if something's missed, the repair cost could be astronomical to where it was viable. But when these hidden unforeseen expenses could have made that whole deal gone south for you. So I keep going back, you get what you pay for.
Right.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
And if you
I'll
ask the wrong
screenshot the
questions, the
chat.
good people like myself won't even waste their time coming out because they figure it's not worth their time. This isn't a good client and they're so busy already. And I'm just saying that as a friend, even though we haven't met.
That sounds good.
Yeah, my inspections have always paid for themselves. My inspector always finds something that's worth more than the value of what I paid for it. And I go back and negotiate that in the price. Or there was one, it caused me to back out of the whole deal when the seller was not willing to address some of the issues that were pretty big.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's what I'm hoping for, is an inspector that finds, everything that's wrong with it. So I don't want to have any surprises later and find I bought the wrong house. So I appreciate everyone's.
The better inspections that I've seen when I get these types of calls and I go to homes, I ask to see the reports. The good ones are usually around $600, $700, depending on the price, or more, depending on the size of the structure, but they're incredibly detailed.
Mm-hmm.
okay, also got let's see, Norm Mead put out there in a phone number for inspector he uses, I guess. Greg Atkins.
Yeah, Greg Atkins. He's a great guy. Inspected First. He's done a lot of inspections for me. We've used him all over the place, and he's very detailed. He's reasonably priced, and he doesn't mind you coming. I don't go to all the inspections, but I usually come like when he's finished. He tells me when he's going to be about finished, and then I go for a recap, so he can show me all the good stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a good idea too. If you don't have time to walk through the whole thing.
Right.
I usually try to meet him out there, but most at his appointed time. But usually by the time I get out there, he's supposed to be there. He's already got a ladder up on the roof.
Yeah.
So he's there ahead of schedule and already at it. So, okay. Anybody got anything else? I see somebody. Hi. No, go ahead.
Hello. Hi,
Hi.
I'm Sam. Just introducing myself. I'm partners with Jay. He probably introduced us. We're investors from Florida. And I just wanted to ask a question to the group. We're obviously looking to expand in St. Louis, and you might be able to answer it. And if not, maybe you can point me in the right direction. But I'm interested to see what strategies work for marketing to sellers. Do you do ringless voicemail? Do you do text? Do you do cold calling, mailers? Do you have any insight or any recommendations or all of the above? Just really wants to hear it from the St. Louis perspective. And if you can point me in the right direction, if no one can answer. And nice to meet you all.
Okay, so it sounds like, are you wholesaling and looking to market to sellers?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're also looking to buy and hold.
Okay, anybody got any of our wholesalers got any advice on how they do their marketing?
Yeah, one question: how much marketing dollars do you want to spend? That you have to answer that first.
So, well, I mean, we're currently spending $5,000 a month back in Florida.
Okay, that's pretty serious money.
If she's interested in wholesale,
Lee
if she's
probably could
interested in
talk
selling
about
a
that
wholesale
too a
on
bit.
sorry, if she's interested in selling at wholesale and she wants to put it through my auction platform, I'd be more than happy to talk to her.
Okay, who's that? And how do I reach out to you?
So my name is Norm. You can text me.
I know.
You can text me at 314-713.
713.
4256.
4252, no?
4256. I don't know how that came through. I'll write it in the chat.
Yeah, I got it. What do you do, Norm?
I have an auction platform. I sell things and we do all the marketing along with the auction platform. So you get highest and best, and it's a completely transparent auction.
Okay.
If you text me your
Sounds
email,
good.
if you can text me your email address, I'll send you a video that shows it to you.
Okay, I'll do that. Do you know if ringless voicemail is allowed in the state of Missouri?
Yes, and I hate it. At least I get a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
How do
those
you
are
find your
up there.
deal?
Yeah, Jim and I might start a bill though we're going to lobby to have them outlawed in Missouri.
And unsolicited text. Those drive me completely insane.
Oh my
People that don't
God.
even have no connection to me.
Correct.
How do you find your deals then? Because I don't want to be a rogue spammer. That's the last thing I want. Do you mail? I agree. I don't like the spam calls. How do you find your deals?
Well, you just keep doing your marketing. I mean, there's different ways you can get deep into all of it, or you can get wide and try them all. Just find something that works and stick with it. I like direct mail. You know, I don't send more than 50 letters out a year for 10 deals. I mean, it just depends on how you narrow it down. Some people like to send out thousands and do them. Direct mail works good right now. Everybody's doing the same stuff with the other stuff, the text and the the ringless voicemails. Everybody's doing that. I don't know who's teaching that. Everybody's teaching to get a buyer's list first. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not what works for me though. So I think you want to find somebody. Norm has a great system. I sold one of my houses with him recently. It doesn't cost anything out of pocket. He structures them and crafts it to make the deal work, whether the buyer or the seller needs to pay stuff. Talk to him and just let him, just see what he can do for you personally. Cause that's the way, he did it for me. I don't normally recommend people, but I can tell you what worked and what didn't work for me. And I can just tell you that Norm's deal works. As far as your marketing, you just find something that works in your area. People are the same everywhere across the world. What I've discovered, and that probably what works in one area you might need to tweak a little bit, but it should work everywhere. So just whatever works for you, I would apply.
That's wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Any differences between Missouri and Florida? So thank you for answering my question, and I'll reach out to Norm. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, glad to have you here. Anybody else? Got
Yeah,
anything?
and Sam, yeah, it's David Randolph. Can you hear me? Hello, it's David Randolph. Can you hear
Hi.
me?
Yeah. Hi, David Randall.
Okay, so I also lend money out, and so you can text the word lend to my phone number, and on Monday nights I do a free investor session about my lending program, and I'm not here to lend you money. You know, you may not need it, but in that Monday night free Zoom call that I do, I go through some ways to market houses because as a lender, you need to find a house, right? So a lot of people that come to me for money don't know how to find a house. So I go through some marketing ways here in St. Louis on how to
Okay.
find houses to buy. So if you want to text LEND to my phone number, 636 685 2990. That'll send you, well, it'll send you my lending document, but in it, it will say, hey, get on my Monday night Zoom and I'll go over my lending document and how to market some non-MLS ways to market houses with it.
That's fantastic. Thank you, David. I'll do that. Thank you.
Let's see, we got Tom Jordan's had something in the text here. Does anyone have a good drywall repair guy that works in St. Charles County?
Yeah, thanks, Lloyd. I'm looking for somebody who's a pretty good repair guy, especially on ceilings. I've got a couple large projects. One where I want to try to remove popcorn off of a ceiling. I'm not sure if it's going to be best to just drywall over it, or if they can, the right person could probably scrape it and get it looking pretty good. And then I've got another situation where there was a leak and need to do some relatively small repairs on a ceiling. Ceilings are always a little more challenging, and if you don't do that stuff yourself regularly, there is an art to it. So I'm looking for somebody who's you can kind of fit the bill on both of those.
Yeah, I agree. In fact, I've got talk about popcorn. My painter is really good at fixing, as long as it's not too huge an area, at touching up popcorn ceilings. I'm pulling up his number here on my phone right now. No, that's his email. Okay, here. Yeah, my painter's name is Mark Nichols, Nichols. And his phone number is 314-805-0040. And tell him I sent you.
Okay, thank you.
And he has no problem with ceilings. He's about a foot taller than I am. He doesn't even need a ladder for doing some of my ceilings.
Wow.
Yeah, he's good. He's been doing this a long time, and as long as it's not too huge an area. Yeah, he does. He patches drywall for my rentals.
Yeah, that the one job is pretty large. It's a few hundred square feet of ceiling to take that popcorn off. So I don't know if he would be a good fit for that. He probably would for the other work, which is just a relatively minor repair. But yeah, ideally I would find a good drywall guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you call him. He can tell him what you got. You can decide.
Thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Anybody else got any recommendations for Tom, or got anything else? I don't know. See, Harry, you're still on here. Somebody's asking for your phone number. He's got an HVAC question. Or if not, I think Harry might have dropped off. Anybody got Harry's number? I don't think I do. But yeah, he's an HVAC contractor. Yeah, if anybody's got Harry's number, you can look it up and put it in the chat here for LJ. LJ is looking for Harry's number. I think if Harry was here, he'd be talking at us. So I think he's dropped off. Anyway, okay. Anybody else got anything?
Laura Lee, I've got your email. I'll get it in the mail this weekend. She knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, hopefully it's about our newsletter. Got good news about our newsletter? Yeah, okay, good. Got a newsletter, our March newsletter coming out here. So if you're on our mailing list already, look for that here. Hopefully by the end of this week. No, not by the end of this week, by the end of next week. Sorry, I forgot, it's still Friday. It's Friday already, man. Time flies by. Okay, anybody else have anything? Nope. Well, I don't have anything more, and so unless Dwayne has some stories he wants to tell us, I'll.
No, I'm going to call John and make sure that I'm looking at this right for next Wednesday.
For next week, oh, for John's thing. Okay, yeah, get a hold
Yep.
of John. So yeah, in fact, maybe even Sam and Jay. Oh, I see. Sam's got a hand up. Go ahead. Or is that just an accidental?
That was my
Yeah.
question from before. I'm good. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay, I just noticed.
Thank
that.
Oh, are you
Wait.
guys doing any investing around the new spy agency area
The
where they're
which,
going to put the new building, the
the
GES?
new geospatial center.
Yeah.
I am not. It's probably not a bad idea though. There's a lot of activity going on there. Anybody familiar with the area? It's they're building. They got a bit. I've seen aerial pictures of it on the news. It's a big construction project, and they're going to employ a lot of people. So probably would be a good area to be investing if they hasn't already been bought up. I know there was a big investor here in St. Louis that bought up a lot of that property in anticipation of it, and he's I think he's sold out most of it already.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, if nobody else has anything, it's 20 after 12. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a little hungry. So I'm ready for lunch. So,
You buying?
Sheriff, you want to come over?
I'm close, you know that.
I shouldn't say that to you. And into this guy at
You're off
Lowe's last year and realized, oh, you live in my neighborhood. Okay. So anyway.
You're off the hook, Lloyd.
Okay. Well, if you come by, I'll hand you a sandwich out the door. So anyway, okay. Well, hey, thanks for all hanging on here today and hanging with us. And like I said, John's got a lot of good stuff lined up for us. If not after next Friday, we got Saturday seminar with Equity Trust. You can find a link to it on our website and also on our meetup site. And then on the 16th, on the third Tuesday, our regular meeting, we got Dan Bryant and Rob Fishbein talking about trust. Dan always talks about trust, and then Rob's talking about the financial. If they've been thinking about doing some refinancing, he can maybe give you some advice on it right now. He stays up to date on the refinance situation. So we'll see you all next time.
Thanks, Lloyd.
Take care.
Thanks all.
Thanks, Lloyd. Thanks, John.
We'll see you all soon.
See
Yep.
ya.